So Travis and Susie are going to come up and help do this with Conrad. Again, what's Travis? What is Travis going to be doing on this expedition? What's his position? He's a base camp person. Beyond that, what else? He sends oatmeal. Oh, to camp too. Yeah, exactly. Work in base camp, help with radio messages, work on geology. He's a graduate student at Montana State University. That means he's been through high school, he's got a college degree already. Now he's in graduate school for a master's degree in geology. So we're going to be working together a lot on some of these different research projects, including GPS. Okay, so there's Travis, there's Susie, and Conrad, and you guys show them what's inside these bags here.
Yeah, so well, the first thing you got is the bag, which is by North Face.
Let's clip this on his nose first.
Yeah, so I actually have two of these bags. They're quite a bit bigger, and I'm going to be using them to put all my stuff into and then strapping them onto yaks and then bringing them up to base camp. And they're great for that because they're literally tough as nails. You could throw it off a cliff and they'll be fine. Your stuff inside won't be so good, but the bag will be all right. So that's the first thing in your kit. This is the GPS unit you guys got. So your teacher will show you more about that because I hear he's pretty good with these things.
Has anybody used one of these before? Lots of people. Cool. Are you going to help me learn to use it? Because we're going to be doing Molly says no. He knows what it is.
And we got a bag of rocks also. I put these together for you guys. There's 5 different rocks in here, and they all represent some of the different rocks that you'll find up on Everest, like fossiliferous limestone, garnet, schist. There's a description in here that'll describe all that for you. But those are some rocks for you.
Another piece of gear that you'll have is a small digital camera, and you'll have a tripod for this, and what we'll be asking you to do is your own time-lapse study over 8 weeks. So what we'll do is we'll probably here at your school find a tree that you can take a picture of, and you'll walk out with your little tripod, and every day at the same time you'll take a picture. And then at the end of 8 weeks you'll pull all those pictures together, and using software available on the internet you can stitch them together, and you'll see how a time-lapse works. This is the same technology that we're using to observe the glaciers, and it's the foundation of science is observation, data collection, looking at it, and then asking questions.
What's going to happen to those trees this spring? They're going to get leaves, yeah. While we're over in Nepal, those leaves here in Bozeman are going to come out on the trees. And so that's what you're going to do your time-lapse photography of and try and document that.
You guys also got a Garmin GPS case. So this will keep your GPS protected. Make sure you put it back in here when you're done using it because it's a very fragile piece of equipment. So this will help protect it if you spill your soda on it, drop it, but it's got to be in there. What's next? So I guess you guys also got a weather station. This will be telling you all about what's going on outside with a little remote device that you'll put outside. I guess it tells you the barometric pressure, temperature, if it's going to rain soon, all sorts of cool stuff.
And we'll have a special chart where you can graph the temperature that's happening here and compare it to the temperature that you guys would be experiencing on Everest. Because how cold might it be?
Base camp will go anywhere from maybe 50 degrees in the sun in the day to minus 10 or 15 degrees at night. So it gets really cold. Big temperature fluctuations.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Safety goggles. What are they using safety goggles for? Oh yeah, for the rock hammer. Should do the rock hammer
You can
first.
be geologists.
This is my favorite tool in here. It's all bubble wrap. Ooh. Sorry guys, I'll save that one for you. Ooh. So this is an
You're a scientist, you gotta take that knife.
So this is an S-wing rock hammer. It's got an adze on the back. That's what you call this flat thing, used for breaking up samples, things like that, digging through the dirt to get down to other rocks. And then this is pretty much just for smashing rocks. And you want to smash rocks so you can get a fresh look at the inside of it, because on the outside it's weathered, the minerals change colors, you can't really tell what they are. So you break it open so you get a nice clean look at what's inside. And so I guess you guys will get to do that with some of the rocks I gave you, which is why you got these things, because when you smash the rocks, as you might imagine, pieces fly everywhere and you could get it in your eyes, which isn't good. So, safety goggles.
Here's the reason why. I've known geologists that have used rock hammers out in the field. You smack a rock and a chip comes off. I know a guy that's blind now because of flying chips from that rock hammer. So it's really super important. Don't even use it. Don't even touch it unless you're wearing safety glasses. Okay? Promise?
So each classroom will get a roll of prayer flags, and these will be at base camp, and they string them out, and they're full of nice little colors, and you'll see them in our pictures. So a little bit of the culture and of the people that live over there. So we're going to be visitors in Nepal and visitors to the Sherpa people, and this is part of their culture.
Yep. And doesn't each color represent a different prayer, like peace, love?
Or the different elements.
Different
earth,
elements.
Fire, land, water, and air. So kind of earth science based.
Yeah, yep.
Earth system science right there.
Yeah, there we go.
They figured it out long before we did.
And it's the same colors that used car salesmen use. We have to do it. Anyways, on to the next.
So this is another tool that us geologists use. It's a notebook, kind of like your star journals, except it's waterproof. And the paper can actually get spilled on, and it won't smudge or anything like that, and it'll repel the water just like your rain jacket. And so when we're out doing field work, taking notes on rocks or outcrops, and all of a sudden it starts pouring, we don't need to go hunker down. We just stay in the rain. We keep writing. So this is a pretty cool little book here, and you guys, I'm sure, will put it to good use and test out what I'm talking about, I bet. And what comes with it is a Write in the Rain pen. This is almost like an astronaut pen. It's pressurized ink, so you can write upside down with it, I believe. And yeah, pretty sweet, huh? And yeah, they're good to use for your Write in the Rain book. You don't want to use pencil, because I know from experience that when you go back and look at your notes over and over, they start to get smudged, and then you can't read what you wrote. And so you want to use this with your notebook. What else we got? Some climbing gear. This is some used climbing gear that people have donated. You got a piece of rope, a carabiner, and a piece of webbing, all three of which are used in different ways when you're climbing. There's actually a description in here of how it's used. Have you guys ever used any of this stuff? A carabiner, rope? Rock climbers in here? Or